Okay everybody, welcome to this A1 English listening practice video. You can use this video to practice listening and comprehension as I speak. Okay, today we are going to talk about some different countries. And especially I'm going to talk about some countries that I have traveled to. This video will have part 2, so I can talk more about these countries. So the first country I want to talk about is Mexico. This is where I live. Mexico has almost 130 million people. It's a big country. I have been to many different cities here. Some of my favorite cities are Guadalajara and Mexico City. Mexico also has some really beautiful nature. People love traveling to Mexico to spend some time at the beach because there are some amazing beaches here. The water is really warm and so is the weather. Okay, next I want to talk about France. This is the first country that I ever traveled to in a row, but unfortunately I have only been to Paris. I haven't been to any other city there. However, I love the city of Paris. Since one of my favorite activities is walking, Paris is the perfect city for me to travel to. You could walk for days and days throughout the city without getting bored. I think Paris is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. I love the architecture, the history, and the general feeling of the city. There are so many nice places to see there. But I know that there are a lot of other interesting places to visit in France. I hope that I can travel all around the country in the future. Okay, next I want to talk about Portugal. I had an opportunity to spend 2 weeks in this ancient country. I went to 3 different cities when I was there: Lisbon, Porto, and Braga. The capital, Lisbon, is a really interesting place to visit. I especially loving walking through the old part of the city, and the city of Porto was one of my favorite cities that I visited. It's one of the most beautiful cities I have ever seen. I love watching the sun go down over the river in the evening, and I really enjoy taking a boat on the river too. Overall, I thought Portugal was the funnest country to travel to, and I recommend it to you. Lastly, let's talk about Spain. I spent more than 2 weeks in Spain, and I visited 6 different cities. The first place we visited in Spain, where is the south of the country. The south of Spain is really unique. The culture there is a little different from the culture in the other part of Spain. I really enjoyed my time in Sevilla and Granada, and I would love to go back. I also really like Madrid, but I only stayed there for 2 nights. If I go back to Spain, I am definitely going to spend more time in this city. It's also cool to travel along the Mediterranean coast. We took a train from Valencia to Barcelona, and we really enjoyed the view. I think that a lot of people want to live in Spain because of the sea, the weather, and the food. By the way, I love the ham and that I ate in Spain. They have the best ham in the world. Okay, that's for today. And submit a part 2 to this video, and I will talk about a few other countries that I have traveled to.